We're going to have a little fun with this video. We're going to be doing some mental math strategies. A lot of you probably already do these strategies in your head and you don't even realize it, but we're going to actually put it down on paper so that those of you that don't necessarily have these mental math strategies can try to start learning them. The first mental math strategy we're going to talk about is called making tens. So we're going to list some strategies. Making tens is so useful because our number system is based on tens. So we're going to look at how we can make tens with numbers to make our adding a little bit faster. So I'm going to go to the Greg Tang website. And this right here, if you think of the little saying, he says, adding's so much faster when first you think in groups of 10. Because you want to think all in tens because that's how our number system is based on. Okay, so let's look at this. What we're going to do first is we're going to think about how I could break up this number right here so that I will make a 10 with these two numbers. So I know that 6 and 4 is 10. So I used 4 of those guys. The rest is just 1. So I have 10 plus 1 is 11. And I don't even have to do any counting on my fingers or going 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can just say, oop, 10, 1 more, 11. I know y'all have heard me do some of those on your subtraction and addition problems when you hear me make tens. Here's another one. 5 and 5 make 10. If I take 5 out of this 9, it leaves 4. So there's 10 and 4, 14. Here's another one. 7 and 3 make 10. 3 left over, so I have 13. 4 and 6 make 10. 2 left over, it's 12. This is fast just on paper, but if you do it mentally in your head, it's even faster. Here's another one. 8 and 2 is 10. 7 left over, 17. 7 and 3 is 10. 5 left over, 15. And that is just the beginning of making tens. We're going to go to another page where we don't have these little boxes to help us. Okay, so this is more like what you would see problems. You may see, we're going to change up the problem just a little bit and do like 58 plus 35. Okay, I want to make a 10 here, so I'm going to give 2, and that would give me 60. If I take 2 from 35, it's now 33. So 60 and 33 is 93. See how much faster that is instead of having to line up 58 plus 35? And I'm only making these larger problems because we don't really deal with the 2 plus 9 so much. But we're going to do some big, some small. So 2 and 8 is 10. That leaves me one more, so my answer is 11. Let's change this one up and make it 75 and 16. Okay? I need 5 more to make 80. Took 5 out of there is 11 left, so I have 91. Here we'll just do it with the regular numbers. I need 3 to make 10. Leaves me 4 left over for 14. Let's make this a bigger problem. Okay, I'm at 33. 7 more will get me to 40. I took out 7 from here, so that leaves me 42, and that would be 82 as my sum. Here I'm just going to do it regular. I made 10, leaves me 3 here, 13. So that's using the making 10 strategy. You can do it with making hundreds. There's all different ways you can do it based on that powers of 10. Okay, so making tens. Let's actually look at one problem as your example. We'll do a small problem and then a larger problem. If we had 7 plus 9, instead of going 7 add 9, we're going to make a 10. I need 3 here to make that 10. I took 3 out of that 9, so that leaves me 6. So now 10 plus 6 equals 16. And it'll become natural to you if you keep practicing this, and you'll be able to do these things in your head. Let's look at another example with larger problem. larger numbers. So we have 43 plus 28. So how much do I need here to make another 10 to go up to 50? I need 7 more. So now I have 50. I took 7 from here, so he's 21, and my sum is 71. And that is just a quick look at the making 10 strategy. Another strategy is to shift numbers on the number line. When I give you this problem right here, 700 minus 243, you have to think about borrowing and how do I regroup it, and it gets a little confusing. On the number line, my 243 and my 700 are a certain distance apart. I'm going to do something to make it where I don't have to borrow or regroup it all just by shifting my numbers back one on both places. So now I'm going to take one away from each one. Whatever I do to one, I have to do to the other. So I'm going to use 242 and 699. So let's look at that now. 699 minus 242. I'm not going to have to regroup it all. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus 4 is 5. 6 minus 2 is 4. 457 is my sum. And yes, guys, I'll prove it to you over here. Here, I'm going to make that a 10 because I need to be able to subtract the 3. If I had a 10 there and I borrowed from it, it's a 9. And then in order to do that, you had to borrow from the 7. So you regrouped all of those. 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 4 is 5. 6 minus 2 is 4. Look at that. Exact same answers, but I didn't have to mess with all this business. And I'm also going to show you a few of the make 100s strategy. If you had this problem, 237 plus 195 plus 5, you could do this in your head simply because you can make hundreds right here. That's 200. And now 200 plus 237 is easy, 437. And you could have done that all in your head just by trying to make 100. Try this one. Just see if you can do it in your head first. And if not, then try it on your paper as well. Okay, right here I have 96, and 4, that's 100. That's 73 right there. I get 173. Compensation is very similar to shifting on the number line, except the shifting on the number line really you want to do when you have 700 minus something. Compensation is kind of like the shifting on the number line. If I had 39 plus 17, I could think in my head 40, because that's one more, and I could think that 40 plus 17 is 57. So one less than that would make 56. So I compensated by doing an easier problem. Compensation is kind of using compatible numbers to make it easier on yourself. And we know that compatible numbers are just numbers that are close.